Get hype.
Get high, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Get High. Oh shit, wrapped. I'm thinking. Sorry to start over. I fucked up already. I done laughed my ass off. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Sportsload. I'm your host, Jah, and this is my guy, my partner in crime, Mr. GPS himself, Garrett Paul Smith. How we doing there, Garrett?
Yeah, welcome to the Get Hype podcast.
Yeah,
Apparently.
for real. Technically, Get Hype load. Oh man, how you been, Garrett? How's everything?
It's going good. It's going good. Missing football.
Yeah,
But
risking
you
it.
have basketball and baseball to fill.
Yeah. Well, two big games today. One was a big blowout, 52 points. Boston beat Golden State.
Yeah, they've been blowing out teams like more often now.
Yeah, this is 3 games this season, and they beat a team.
I think
over
it's
50
4,
points.
right? I saw it was 4.
It's 4. See,
Yeah, they're
Dude,
crazy.
That's almost unheard of, man. That team is again. They're the upper echelon of the teams in the East.
They have
Like,
an
they're gonna
11 game winning streak, by the way.
Yeah, which is I think they're going to have to Cleveland. Cleveland had the longest one in the season so prior, right?
Yeah,
And I
think so.
yeah, but they beat the living piss out of Golden State. The game was pretty much over in the first half. They had 80 points in the first half, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think 82 points to 40 something or 50 something. It was a beatdown in the first half, and I guess they according to Draymond, they didn't prepare defensively at all for this team, which is wild to say. They
already beat the Cavaliers. They only had a 9-game winning streak.
Oh, okay.
They already beat them by 2 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild.
Hey, but the Knicks have a 9-game winning streak too. They had one back in January.
Well, speaking of the Knicks, good news and bad news again. The injury bug keeps plaguing the Knicks, man. Another Brunson. It doesn't seem terrible. It's they don't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be a serious injury. It seems like right now it's considered a knee contusion according to Tibbs.
This is a bruise, basically, right?
Yeah, he might be out a couple of games, but again, next man up. DiVincenzo showed up. Josh Hart showed up. Again, it's going to be hard to keep this consistent because of the injuries.
Yeah, and also the Sixers are right there still. They're not really falling away too much.
Yeah,
35 and 25, 36 and 25 for the Knicks.
Yeah, OG should be coming back real soon. The question is Randall. Where was the issue with Randall? How long is he? How far along is he? When can he come back? Because it's a serious injury. I didn't know the severity of it. It's damn near separated shoulder, and he's not going for surgery. So it literally could be one bad tweak and it could be over for him.
Yeah, he gets a bad foul and it's like, oops.
Yeah, because the play wasn't even a crazy play when he injured it. But the Knicks, they got to figure out, because the team on paper, when they're all healthy, is a championship caliber team.
Yeah, it's a really good team.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm wearing my Knicks jersey right now. I'm all in on the Knicks, but the injury bug is
wow.
If
the drop off in February is crazy.
Yeah, even for the Cavs had they're starting the second half. They've been struggling.
They went from a 875 win percentage in January to 333 in February.
Yeah, it's not. That's the Knicks, right?
Yeah, the Knicks.
Yeah, it's
and crazy. All their shooting percentages went down.
Yeah, because the main guys are out. Yeah, it's injuries. And then. The thing is, they made the big move in the trade deadline, but you got guys that they're not defensive guys; they're more patch guys. You know what I mean? They fit well when everybody's in everybody's healthy. So Bogdan is doing shit that he's not normally doing in the regular game. These guys are bench guys.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. Bogdanovich will give you 20 points off the bench easily. They literally on paper have a great bench to compete with a great starting five. I mean, it's just they got to get everybody
right. Like that.
On paper, because they haven't played together at all yet. They haven't all played together. The new guys with the old guys, and it's concerning because you'll think when everybody's healthy, there's gonna still be like a learning curve. So now you're looking at possibly more losses. So you know it's bad. They really have to hope that when everybody gets back, it'll just back to form. But it's hard. But that's hard to say, especially in basketball, because it's a rhythm sport.
Yeah, you never know. And also, you got to worry about the Magic. They're coming up pretty fast. Yeah, 3-game winning streak now, and they're 13-3 in the last month. So
I'm not concerned about the Knicks personally. Like, again, if everybody comes back healthy, I don't care what position we're in. I'm worried if we get into the play-in though, That's concerning. But I think if we're in the top 4, top 5, I think we'll be fine. I think I'm not worried about any teams other than the Bucks and the Celtics. Well, as you can see, we beat the Cavaliers with pretty much with nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be fair, though, the Cavs didn't have Mitchell or Karis LeVert, but that's still saying a lot about the Knicks because there's no stars. Brunson is out. You're pretty much riding your bench you're overplaying your bench, actually.
Yeah, they're getting tired now, actually, which is weird, but
yeah. They just gotta get everybody healthy. Yeah, but it's concerning. I am worried as a Knicks fan. It's a great win, but I just hope, like the two main guys being OG and Randall can come back. And
they need to come back for sure, especially if they want to make a run here.
Exactly, and Mitchell Robinson's coming back as well, so he's really any day now. So again, if this all works out and they're in the playoffs, and we're going to talk about this going forward, like if the Knicks make it deep in the playoffs, we could actually be like, dude, it's a good thing the injuries happen now and not leading in deep in the playoffs.
Worse because then you're losing the playoffs.
Yeah, so it's a tough one. Yeah. It's tough. So as of right now, I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Very. And
in the Western Conference, the Nuggets are making a comeback.
Yeah, again, that's another thing I'm not worried about.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to be good, but we.
Yeah, I do think they're going to have a harder time winning. It's always hard repeating.
It's really hard to repeat.
Yeah, and you tend to get that championship hangover. You know how that goes. I mean, only certain teams can't do it. The Patriots never did it, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
Chiefs just did it. Mahomes built different.
Yeah, exactly. So again, Jokic, I'm not concerned. Once they get to that playoff mode, like Jokic, it seems like I'm pretty sure I'm wrong by saying this, but like his body language, his face is just like, just get me to the fucking playoffs already. Like this, does it matter?
I mean, they're already in. It's just a matter of where they're gonna be seeded. Right now, they're aiming for like the second seed, basically. They're already tied with the Timberwolves.
See, and the Timberwolves are like up and down again now. You know what I mean? They're struggling, but it's gonna be tough. What's their seeding looking like as far in the West?
Number one. They're at Thunder's first, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Clippers, Pelicans. Surprising.
Surprise. Clippers choked that game against the Lakers, man. That was they came back from 21 down. LeBron just went off.
Yeah, shout out to LeBron doing LeBron things.
Yeah, 40,000 points. Was it yesterday's game? In the loss to Denver, good for him. I mean, that's longevity right there.
Yeah.
40K points.
When you play for 20 years, you're gonna get that kind of stats.
Exactly. So good for him. LeBron is on the Mount Rushmore of greats. Not the greatest, but because I was around when Jordan was around. So
Jordan did win back to back, by the way. Actually, back to back, right?
To back twice, 6.
Yeah,
he's
twice.
6 for 6.
He's actually the GOAT.
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
6.
All right, Mahomes, you're up next, bro.
Yeah, it really is that. Like, look, I'm not taking nothing away from LeBron, and I know these players now more athletic, but you can't take away from anything Jordan did. 6 for 6 as a shooting guard in a big man league.
Nuts.
Yeah, come on, and then forget about what he does off the field with his sneaker. This is the Jordan brand itself. But on the court, again, if you put him 1-on-1, LeBron will cook him. But as far as like legacy, Jordan never went anywhere to buy a championship. He got the championship. He did more with less, in my opinion.
He did had Scottie Pippen and a bunch of other guys you can't even name them.
Yeah, you had Kukoc 1 year. You had role players.
Yeah,
Kukoc
just like
had Rodman. You know what I mean? So like we had patch guys. You know what I mean? That made it work. It was fine. Like that's why I have Jordan as he's the number one guy. Jordan, LeBron. Then you want to put Magic? That's fine. I'm not gonna hate Kareem. Not mad.
I mean, to be fair to LeBron, they're still hanging on in the playoffs. 10 seed.
Yeah, what are they? 30 and 26 or something like that. Oh, I know
33 and 29.
29, yeah. Dude. So yeah, they're
hanging on. They're not. The Jazz aren't anywhere near them.
So they have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, they're 5.5 games behind. So Warriors are right there. Mavericks, Kings,
before this beatdown, today's beatdown, they were actually going in a nice little streak. They was actually winning some games, putting some wins together. I think Clay went on. I think the move to the bench actually benefited them because now he's the
he moved to the bench. That's right.
Yeah, and he's averaging over 20 points, I believe, now since he moved to the bench. He's becoming very valuable off the bench, and I think he's going to get his minutes down the road. He's still going to play in the big minutes.
Like it's good actually because he can get some. He can get some rest first quarter, and then in the second quarter they put him in and like.
And then you could give Steph a break here and there. Like he become the number one option. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good thing. And then when it's crunch time, he's gonna be in the game. And I don't think it's even gonna affect his minutes. I think he you just don't start the game.
He just takes a break at the beginning instead of in the third quarter.
Exactly.
Which is where you should take a break or like get a rest.
I think they're fine. I think again, I think the words look old still, but
they are old, right? Like all the key players are like old.
Yeah, Steph is old, but he's still playing at like an all-time level. So, and I think a guy like Steph could play just like LeBron into his 40s because he's a shooter. He's not doing damage to his body.
Yeah, he's not like a running back or he's beating himself up.
Yeah, it's just God forbid if his shoulder's fucked, then it's over.
Well, as long as he doesn't like touch Chad Pennington anyway. He'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Have you been
your shoulders safe, bro?
Have you been looking at the combine by any chance? The NFL combine is draft season.
I've seen some stuff here and there.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Caleb? The controversy.
Man, he needs to shut the heck up, bro.
Yeah.
That's
before we get into football, rest in peace, Chris Morrison.
Yeah, Chris Morrison
passed away. Yeah, dude.
I grew up watching him on ESPN for so many years.
Yeah, and you can't have NFL without Chris Morrison
and Adam Scheffler. Like they were the guys. They gave you the injury news and all that.
Yeah, they were the analysis, man. It's weird. It's gonna be weird not seeing him, but man, fuck cancer, man. You know what I mean? It's the worst.
Yeah.
But moving on a higher note now. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Caleb?
Oh, Caleb, man, he needs to shut up. But at the same time, he should be more open and throw and
Yeah,
I think he's trying to lean on his film too much, but they don't care about film. They can watch it. Anyone can watch that.
Yeah, I think as far as his medicals, I'm left and right with it, up and down, whatever you want to call it. Pause. I think if you're a top 10 team, or top 15 team maybe, you should give up your medicals. I think he's acting very diva-ish sometimes. With that being said, but here's the thing. I know he's the clear number one, and I see they're comparing him to Patrick Mahomes or whatever. I personally don't see it. I think he's very soft. I mean, I'm not gonna forget he cried during a USC game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's acting tough, and then he's crying on national TV. So
yeah, it's like the tale of two Calebs. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think again, his potential.
I actually want to say his quote. I have it here.
Let me hear it.
He said, "For the medical stuff, I'll be doing the medical stuff, just not here in Indy. I'll be doing in the team interviews. Not 32 teams can draft me. There's only one of me, and so the teams I go for my visits, those teams will have medical information. That'll be it."
Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to sound tough, but
and then
only not 32 teams can draft me, bro. All 32 teams could draft you. Could.
Yeah,
or they could all pass. It doesn't matter to them.
Exactly. My thing is, who are you to change the rules? You know what I mean? This has always been going on.
Yeah, he thinks he can change the rules now that he's so good or whatever.
Again, his ceiling is astronomical. It's up to it's in space right now. But let's be honest, these things, it's a 50-50. It's a crapshoot. I mean, just all the talent in the world doesn't mean anything. If you don't win, you're going to a shitty team. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Maybe
it's a ploy to drop down to the Chiefs or the Ravens or something, or some team that would be good.
I don't know, but
could be.
I think one of those two. I'm starting to really believe that, especially at 2 and 3, one of those guys are going to end up trading. Somebody's going to give them an offer they can't refuse.
Yeah, probably.
Right, I'm back and forth with the Patriots. I don't know. I think
they're drafting a QB because I don't know why they would trade down.
But they might go after Baker. That was the news today. That they might go after Baker Mayfield's attached to the Patriots. Check that out. It might be a thing. Baker to the Patriots. I don't say I like it. I think he needs to stay in Tampa. I think that's his team. But Baker to the Patriots.
Oh yeah, Daniel Jeremiah says apparently.
Yeah, it's an I don't like it. I don't think it's gonna work out because this is pretty much you're gonna get your
the Vikings are on Mayfield too.
But Kirk Cousins is so much better.
Yeah, I don't know, but apparently it's a backup plan for them, which is kind of okay.
Well, I think it's a money play too because it's going to be hard. You have to pay Kirk and you have to pay Jefferson.
Yeah, they're trying to sign Jefferson, and they have a defensive end they're trying to sign too. I saw.
And those guys, especially Jefferson, is not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap at all. So you have to take that into account. Baker might be the cheaper option.
I mean, they're saying Baker should get 25 to 30 million per year. Apparently, yikes.
Look, I'm all for people look, if I'm him, I'm not saying shit till I see that money and I'm going to sign it. Get the bag, Baker. Get the fucking bag.
I mean, yeah, he should. And Mike Evans is apparently hitting free agency too.
Yep.
He said he's going to be looking around, so.
Kansas City. Mike Evans is a free agent. Go get him. Go get him. Do what you can to get him, man. You don't fuck around. Patrick Mahomes, that's a safety net for Patrick Mahomes.
He needs Mike Evans so badly.
Yeah. Dude, give him 2-year deal. Front load it. You know what I mean?
2 years, 60 million. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
What 30 million guaranteed for a guy that's 32, 33?
No, you guarantee all of it. Like you give Deshaun Watson. It's only 2 years. You can't go wrong.
That's true, but
if you lose them for a year, you got 30 million regardless. So.
Exactly, that's true. And then you got to take into account that you have to pay Chris Jones first. You have to pay him.
Yeah, they have to pay him, obviously.
You have to pay him, yeah.
Mike Evans is going to not be cheap, though, I bet.
Yeah, he's not going to be cheap. But Mike Evans will be a perfect fit for Kansas City. And I know they're going to draft they're drafting a wide receiver anyway. So I think but they gotta get Patrick Mahomes some help, man. Because it's cool that they wanted this year the way they did, but you can't sneak up on teams like that again. You know what I mean? Like you gotta front it. You gotta what's the word I'm looking for? You gotta be innovative every year. They gotta
do something too.
Yeah, but you gotta pay the guys that's loyal to you too. It's hard. Like that's why NFL is weird, man. Like I don't know why why they just get rid of the cap and just be baseball.
Yeah, but then the teams that were like small would be like, we're not gonna spend money.
It's not a big market though.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't spend a lot of money then. They'd become like the Oakland.
It'll be like Oakland. Yeah. That's true.
I don't know, man. No cap presents other problems though, because then you have the teams like the Cowboys and the Jets and the Giants just
spending money,
billions.
More Jets and Cowboys for sure. Jets and Cowboys love spending money.
Oh yeah. The Jets would definitely just spend so much money. Woody Johnson doesn't give a shit. He's like,
yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking go.
You stack those bills, baby.
Yep. As far as any news coming up from your team, the Jets, as far as their draft stock or trades?
No, they haven't done nothing.
They seem to be letting go that their linebacker though. What's his name?
Oh yeah, they are letting go of Bryce Huff. Yeah.
Giants are tied to him too.
People are outraged, and they're also trying to trade Zach Wilson, but.
Yeah, they're saying like a 5th round pick might do it.
Yeah. Jets eyeing Justin Jefferson. Let's go.
The Jets are always tied to like a superstar.
Yeah, they're always tied to everybody. Devontae Adams.
Yeah. And then Oakland came out.
Name a receiver, they're tied to him. So yeah.
Exactly. Which is weird because like they're all like the Knicks of the NFL. Like they really are the Knicks. Like every time there's a superstar, like Knicks gotta go get him. Knicks gotta go get him. It's like that with the Jets. Meanwhile, the other team is playing the same building, low key, having only 1 year the Giants spent a lot of money and it backfired. Is when they the Odell years, when the Bob McAdoo was the coach and they spent a lot of money on the defense and it didn't mean anything. They lost in the first round. That's the boat gate thing.
Oh yeah, with the boat picture. Odell.
Yeah, they underperformed and they spent a lot of money. Yeah. So I don't know.
Actually, the big news out of the Jets is actually the McCole Hardman situation.
Yeah, what's that about? I'm
apparently Hardman leaked the playbook to the Eagles or whatever and the Chiefs before the games.
Really?
According to Sauce Gardner, but.
Wow, but they won those games, right?
Well, they won against the Eagles, but they lost against the Chiefs. But apparently but apparently Hardman denied it.
Yeah,
It's also saying someone leaked the playbook to the Eagles, though, for sure.
So Sauce is getting saucy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Twitter fingers went crazy, huh?
Yeah, just off season, like bored.
Yeah, himself. This is why football needs to be year round, bro.
Yeah, because it's like off season boredom. Like the fuck, these are just rumors they're making up. Like what?
This is the shit that you get like after you do a workout at the something like fucking home at the team facility. Like I'm gonna start some shit. You know what I mean?
Just starting shit. Like why?
It makes no sense. Divas, wide receivers are the biggest divas, bro. And now
cornerback. Cornerback.
Yeah, corners are becoming divas as
well.
Corners
are divas too, though.
Yeah. It's wild. And I think I found my Giants, and we're still tied to wide receiver. I heard rumblings of them trading up, but it's gonna be hard because the two main teams, Washington and New England, they're quarterback needy. You know, they need quarterback. So it's hard for them to jump over any one of them. I mean, they have to pretty much give them the Carolina Panthers deal, and I don't want them to do that.
Maybe for Caleb, they're gonna give up a lot for that.
Yeah, I would do maybe Caleb, but again, that's if they see Caleb as a once in a generational player. I personally don't see it. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not an expert. And I'm just thinking, I don't want to give up the whole shipping, kick and caboodle for them for that one player where we could build. I mean, I'll tell you this though. If I'm Arizona saying they will trade back. For Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Giants? Come on, Garrett. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Although no one's saying they're gonna pick. Oh wait, one person has
had them picking a quarterback.
Picking Harrison Jr. A lot of people have them going for the LSU guy.
LSU, Neighbors. Neighbors. Yeah. I think if everything stand pat,
or the other guy from Washington,
Ozune or something.
Ozune,
yeah. It's pretty much if everything stand pat, like nobody trades or anything like that. I think the Giants are gonna go with the LSU wide receiver.
He'll probably be there too, so that's why they're doing that.
One of the top three receivers is pretty much Harrison Jr., Neighbors, and then Ozuna.
Yeah,
right. And Ozuna and Neighbors is pretty much their number. One is Neighbors is more he's the Odell, pretty much. He's the playmaker guy. He's the guy that's gonna get you. He'll make you get you 5 yards and then turn it into a touchdown. Whereas
he's the Ferrari, the Lamborghini of the team.
Exactly. I 100%. While the other guy, he's taller. He's over 6 feet, and he's a possession. He's like Mike Evans. He's a Mike Evans type. And again, it's pick your poison. I think the Giants have enough speedsters, but this guy is also like a big talent. So you can't go wrong. I think the Giants are they're in a perfect spot for receiver. They're just in a bad spot for a quarterback. And I know Joe Shane has been saying that they want to get a quarterback. They're gonna have to trade.
They could draft him later, I guess. If they want.
That's what I'm saying. And this brings me to JJ McCarthy now. He looked spectacular at the combine. The problem is with him, nothing stands out. Nothing. There's nothing. It's more like you said the Ferrari. He's more like the Volkswagen right now.
Yeah, he's the economy option. Yeah.
But what works in his favor that I think that's actually a good thing is the fact that he has NFL. He played the NFL system.
That's that's probably the best part of it. And he wasn't that bad. I mean,
no, he was pedestrian.
22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah, but it's
72% completion percentage, 2,900 yards. Yeah,
exactly. And I think, hear me out. I think Dable does great with quarterbacks. He builds great quarterbacks, right? Pretty much. So Daniel Jones is verdict is still out on him, but if you put he
was never talented to begin with. I think he was just kind of like meh.
100%.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about
that's
Daniel
not
Jones.
That's not on your coach. That's not on him.
No, I think with McCarthy, you get a fresh start. This kid can be coached. He's a system quarterback. That's the thing with him. I think he will fit well. Nothing's gonna be pretty. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get the job done. And that's
why a better version of Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones could actually throw and think at the same time.
Yeah, this kid is a smart kid. He's a little undersized for my liking. He's not as mobile. But he's
6'3", 202. I mean, not bad. Peyton Manning was only 6'4", right? So
right. So again,
not far off.
The thing that I'm cool with, I think 6 is too high for him. trading down would make sense. But
late first round or second round even.
I don't think he's gonna get past 15. I think he's gonna. It's the Oakland. If he's going to Oakland, he's not getting past Oakland. He might not even get past the Falcons. And I think the Falcons, of any team that's gonna make a trade up to the top 5.
Oh yeah, they would do something like that. Yeah,
Falcons will make a trade. Yeah, the Falcons will make a dumb trade like that. They'll give the Carolina deal. They'll do it because they literally are just a quarterback away.
Yeah, they are. They just are a quarterback. It's even their defense is pretty decent.
You could work around it. You could work around the defense because the defense is not shitty. It's just you know what I mean. You could work with man, go to the Super Bowl. That's the thing. And then again, back to the Giants. You don't necessarily. You could literally get Michael Penix Jr. in the second round. He's projected to go in the second round.
That too.
So, again, not my like. He's injury prone. He's not mobile, but he got a fucking cannon. I mean, and that's what I like about him, but I don't think he's
paired with one of those wide receivers that can go deep, like Neighbors. He'll
kill it. Or if you get Ozuna, and then you already have a chemistry right off the bat. I mean, again, I think if they draft us, if Malik Neighbors, if both guys are available, I think if they choose Ozuna, look out for Michael Penix Jr. in the second round for the Giants, because the Giants pick 31st or 32nd. They pick high in the second round. I think they're going to draft a quarterback eventually. They don't make. There's no trades are done. They're going to get a quarterback in the second round for sure.
But they actually have 2 second round picks.
See,
they have one of their own, and they have one of the Seahawks from the
Leonard Williams trade. Yeah. So the Giants got some things to play with. Pause. So I think if you could literally get away with it. Again, it depends on what. Forget the number 1 pick, because we already know what the Bears want. I think if you can package the number 6, maybe even on one of the second rounds or whatever, you give it to Washington or New England, you're gonna go in for one of those top guys. You can't go wrong with Drake May or Jaden Daniels. They both have their greatness, and they both got their flaws. My thing with Daniels, his flaws is he's skinny. He's not NFL built. He's built like a twin.
And I don't think LSU runs an NFL system either, right?
No.
I don't think so.
They're more like shotgun or wild. They're more college things like Wildcat.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. But I think Jen Downs, his ceiling is way above Caleb, I think.
Although they did lead the country in scoring offense. Wow. 46 points per game.
Jesus. Yeah. And he's a Heisman winner. But the thing is that his build is just weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust this guy running an open field. You know what I mean?
He might get crushed by a linebacker.
Yeah, he got to bulk up. But then sometimes when you build muscle, you gain arm strength. You might overthrow now.
Yeah.
So he has to balance that out. I just think eat pork,
he just has to work out a little bit and like try to work up to it.
Yeah. And Drake May, he's another guy. He just had a shitty team. But he can ball. I think he's short too. I think his height is he's very undersized, if I'm correct. I could be wrong.
Is he short? He's not. He's 6'4", 230.
Oh, so then he's perfect.
He's decent.
Yeah. And again, like I like Bo Nix too. I think these guys just don't show.
This kid's not bad, but he's not as good as he's not as accurate as McCarthy. 63% completion percentage.
This is Drake May?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's going number 3 for sure. I think again, it's just what fits your system. I trust Dable when it comes to quarterbacks. Forget Daniel Jones. If you get him somebody he could mold into something, I trust it. I know people don't like to hear that JJ McCarthy. Don't be surprised if they drafted Mark. Listen, record this part right here. Don't be surprised.
It'll be on the internet. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't be surprised if the Giants sign them, get McCarthy at 6 or Bo Nix at 6. Don't be surprised they draft quarterback at 6. That's my overreaching prediction.
Whoever's the best quarterbacks there, they're going to draft probably.
They're going to draft. If they don't trade up and if they don't go wide receiver, because technically they're not in a dire need. For wide receiver. There's a wide receivers in free agency you can get.
Yeah.
As a patch. And wide receivers every year is a dime a dozen in the draft. You know what I mean? You could get. You
can always get them. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So you can I think if the Giants do quarterback at 6, look out for it because they got cap space this year. They could make a run at wide receiver and obviously the offensive line. I think they're gonna make one big splash in the offensive line in free agency and then throughout the draft.
They could draft some too.
Yeah,
they got $30 million in cap.
Not bad. Which was, I guess, they were supposed to be lower than that, but since the new cap,
they raised it like 13 million or something.
Yeah, so
quite a significant amount.
Yeah, so they look good, man. That's a good look for them. Yeah, so
you got to have half of that, 15 million.
That's something. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna make cuts and everything too.
Yeah.
They're gonna start cutting players left and right, and then I'm pretty sure Zach Wilson will come off the books. So yeah, I'm not worried about it. The draft, I'm really excited for this draft because I think this is where parity starts kicking in. You start getting like who's gonna make the great draft, the pick, and then who's gonna be the bonehead to draft the what?
Yeah, there's always one quarterback that you draft and it's like, oh god, why'd you draft that guy?
Like the guy who falls, like the guy you had a top 10 or top 5, and he
it's
just
like
drops.
Who was it? A team drafted someone over Patrick Mahomes because they didn't think he was gonna be that good.
Right.
Like
again, yeah.
Skipped on Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, you skipped on Patrick Mahomes. Like, how dare you? But again, these are crapshoots. You never know. You're basing it on
draft's just a lottery pick. It's basically like, you might pick a player. He might be good. He might be terrible.
Yeah, if Kansas City drafted Caleb right now, he'll fit right in and be a star. You know what I mean? Like, you have Andy Reid as your coach.
Yeah, he would easily just be good.
Yeah,
they're a good team.
Yeah, you're in Chicago, bro. You ask Caleb, like, yo, bro, the Kansas City Chiefs is gonna pick you. You're gonna be hyped for that. He's gonna be fucking losing his mind.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to tank his value. So he's like, I want to get drafted by a team that's made the playoffs recently.
I think he doesn't want to go to the Bears at all. I think he wants to go to either Atlanta or New York. I think that's where because Washington's not it. The Patriots is not it. Because the Giants literally are a quarterback away as well.
Yeah, less than a minute left. Right.
Yeah. So again, guys, keep liking, keep subscribing to the Sportsload. Keep spreading that love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thanks for listening, man. We do it for y'all.
Get hype.
Get hype, guys. Peace and love.